I expected this reception. All men hate the wretched. How then must I be hated, who am miserable beyond all living things? Yet you, my creator, detest and spurn me, thy creature, to whom thou art bound by ties only dissoluble by the annihilation of one of us. You purpose to kill me. How dare you sport thus with life? Do your duty toward me, and I will do mine toward you and the rest of mankind. If you will comply with my conditions, I will leave them and you at peace. But if you refuse, I will glut the maw of death till it be satiated with the blood of your remaining friends. Have I not suffered enough, that you seek to increase my misery? Life, although it may only be an accumulation of anguish, is dear to me, and I will defend it. Remember that thou hast made me more powerful than thyself. My height is superior to thine, my joints more supple. But I will not be tempted to set myself in opposition to thee. I am thy creature, and will even be mild and docile to my natural lord and king, if thou wilt also perform thy part, the which thou owest me. Oh, Frankenstein, be not equitable to every other, and trample upon me alone, thy creature, to whom thy clemency and affection and justice is most due. Remember that I am thy creature. I ought to be thy Adam, but I am rather the fallen angel, from whom thou drivest from joy for no misdeed. Everywhere I see bliss, from which I alone am irrevocably excluded. The desert mountains and dreary glaciers are my refuge. I have wandered here many days. The caves of ice, which I only do not fear, are a dwelling to me, and the only kind which man does not grudge. These bleak skies I hail, for they are kinder to me than your fellow beings. If the multitude of mankind knew of my existence, they would do as you do and arm themselves for my destruction. Shall I not then hate them who abhor me? I will keep no terms with my enemies. I am miserable, and they shall share in my wretchedness. Yet it is in your power to recompense me and deliver them from an evil which it only remains for you to make so great that not only you and your family, but thousands of others shall be swallowed up in the whirlwinds of its rage! Let your compassion be moved, and do not disdain me. I was benevolent and good. Misery made me a fiend. Make me happy, and I shall again be virtuous. At length I have wandered through these mountains. I have ranged through their immense recesses, consumed by a burning passion which you alone can gratify. We may not part until you have promised to comply with my request. I am alone and miserable. Mankind will not associate with me, but one as deformed and hideous as myself will not deny herself to me. My companion must be of the same species and have the same defects. A female. This being you must create. You must create a female for me, with whom I can live in the interchange of those sympathies necessary for my being. This alone you can do, and I demand it of you as a right, which you must not refuse to concede. If any being felt emotions of benevolence toward me, I should return them for 100 and 100-fold. For that one creature's sake, I would make peace with the whole kind. But now I indulge in dreams of bliss that cannot be realized. What I ask of you is reasonable and moderate. I demand a creature of another sex, but as hideous and horrible as myself. The gratification is small, but it is all that I can receive, and it shall content me. It is true we shall be monsters, cut off from all the world, but on that account we will be all the more attached to one another. Our lives will not be happy, but they shall be harmless and free from the misery I now feel. Oh, my Creator, make me happy. Let me feel gratitude towards you for one benefit. Let me see that I can excite the sympathy of some existing thing. Do not deny me my request.